GlobalPort Batang Pier sitting on a 3-point lead kontra sa Alaska Aces in a game that we have yet to see Calvin Abueva as you join us back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Magumar John, Dr. J, Andy Howe, GlobalPort, ang ganda ng arangkada in that first half.
Yeah, earlier in the first quarter, Alaska shot 50% from the field. They finished the half 30%. So that means in the second quarter, they only shot 20%. So that shows the good defense of GlobalPort, the hustle and the way they push up the ball to be able to get their scoring better in the second quarter.
Silipin natin yung paghihimay ng mga numero. Unahin natin from the first quarter of action. Alaska pa lamang doon, 19-15.
That's right. See, they shot 40%, only 27% for the GlobalPort team. And the assist was in favor of Alaska, definitely because Cyrus Baguio had 3 assists in that first quarter alone.
Pagdating na second quarter, doon na nagkabaligtaran. GlobalPort Batang Pier racing off to a 19-point quarter while limiting Alaska to 12.
Alaska scoreless for over 4 minutes. A good move to the basket here by Calvin Abueva. No calls were made. The big factor also was 14 free throws given to GlobalPort. That means they attacked the basket well. Against only 6 for Alaska, where they made half of it in the first half of play.
GlobalPort starting off with Nabong. Belenjon underneath. Nice up fake to get rid of 2 defenders to push their lead back up to 5 points.
We're just showing I'm not only a 3-point shooter or a spot-up shooter. I can move to the basket, come up with a puck fake, getting everybody up, and then making the shot. So a big lead right now for them. Actually, the biggest lead of the ball game for them at 5.
Boss gusto bumawi. Nice feed coming from Casio, and the boss delivers the 2 points. Nabong and Belenjon are joined on the floor para sa GlobalPort by Salvador, Salva, and Mercado. Ito namang si Casio at Thos nakakasama sina De La Cruz, Baguio, at etong si Espinas.
There's a nice curl there. Play for JB Casio, but he could have taken the shot, but he also saw the big man moving to the basket, diving to the basket. Belenjon, 3-point shot. So 2 plus 3, biglang 5 points to start off the third quarter.
3-pointer atid sa atin ng PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. So ito nakuha ni Belenjon yung sukat, nung nakatira siya sa loob. First half, malas itong si JP Belenjon. Trying to make up for lost time here. Salva takes this one away. Mercado on the move. He's got Belenjon on the right. Nice up fake to get rid of Casio, pero si Thos recovered to stop him from pulling the trigger.
Well, the 2 big men of GlobalPort were in the backcourt. They probably thought he was going to take the shot. So the shot clock is down to only 6 seconds right now.
Nabong attacking Espinas. 1 to shoot. Nabong puts it up. Is fouled by De La Cruz.
That's not a good foul. You got bailed out there. He had 1 second to go on the shot clock. That's not his shot. He got bailed out with a foul.
Timeout being requested here. Alaska requesting for a full down by 6 points. At nag-culminate nga yan or tumulo yan noong nagkagirian sila neto ni Jared Dillinger. Napakasama na kanya naging performance on 2 of 11 from the field, and so far in this contest hindi pa nga ginagamit ni Coach Luigi Trillo. Makakakuha tayo ng balita malamang dito kay Miss Erica Padilla.
No sign of Calvin Abueva on the court, and surprisingly nobody from the coaching staff is saying why that is. Kanina nung kausap ko siya before the game, okay naman daw ang lahat at handa siyang maglaro, pero surprisingly paglabas niya sa dugout for the second half, bigla pala siyang may iniindang spray na nakuha niya from the practice, kaya hindi na makakapaglaro for the rest of the game. Balik sa inyo.
As Gabby Espinas gets that basket and will through to the line for a bonus. So bad news para sa Catas Republic.
Yes. That's a real big loss if you cannot play in this ballgame, because they really need his services badly. They need a guy with energy to push up the ball, because Global is the one that's doing that right now. The hustle, the pushing up of the ball quickly on offense, and the hustle on defense, and the picking up of extra rebounds. That's what they need right now.
And that is what Abueva brings to the table.
Yes.
Doesn't matter kung maganda o medyo minamalas yung shooting niya katulad na nakaraan at 2 of 11. Ang importante, nasa save siya to provide the spark. Tingnan natin kung makahugot si Coach Luigi from the rest of his lineup as Salvador logs in that one-hander. He's got 6 in the contest.
And I think 5 rebounds also in the ballgame, so it's really come in and contributed well.
Baguio off the weave, coming from Thos. Cyrus with a pull-up. Couldn't get it to drop. Nabong with yet another board. Here comes Belencion. Hinahanap sana si Salva. Play broken up but recovered by Salvador. Salvador, his kick out pass taken away by Casio. Here come the amazing Alaska aces. Casio couldn't pull the trigger. Belencion all over him. The white shirts will reset this attack. Espina sa poste kontra dito kay Nabong. Espina's getting away. Nilwa lang ng ring.
That's his favorite move, going to the left. So Mercado just straight on, and a blocking foul is going to be called against JB Casio.
Sol Mercado trying to do all he can, playing with a slight fever, as Erica mentioned earlier. Is at the line for 2 shots ang kapitan ng Batang Pier. Mercado sends the first one home as we take a look at our PLDT Home Family Size Bonding. This PLDT Home DSL Family Size Bonding is brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband.
So Mercado has not made a field goal. All his 4 points coming from the free throw line. Eddie Laure is seeing action for the first time in lieu of Gabi Espinas. Actually, that's where they miss Abueva because he would have been part of that rotation. But this guy's a shooter now, but he hasn't played in a long time, and that was an air ball there.
Malamig pa para dito kay Laure. Salva with the stutter kontra dito kay De La Cruz. Tony had a hand on it. Salva recovers and manages to call a timeout.
Well, that's what a rookie usually does, and that'll probably be a 30-second timeout.
And Coach Richie Dixon opting to go for the full.
He's going for
Meron pa naman silang mandatory kasi natira. Sa puntong ito, silipin muna natin ang ating LBC move of the game. Kaninang first quarter to, Casio locating Baguio. Brought to you by LBC. We like to move it.
14 seconds left on the shot clock dito para sa GlobalPort. They're looking very good right now. They have a 9-point lead and they seem very confident with their offensive game.
Mercado has only taken 2 shots from the field so far. He looks for Belencion. Left corner pocket jumper is good. 3-point shot natin sa atin ng PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband.
Well, after going scoreless in the first 5 minutes of the game, he has come back with a vengeance. He has 8 points in only 4 minutes of play here in the third quarter.
Laure misses. This now is the largest lead of the contest. 12 puntos para sa GlobalPort. They look to add to it. Mercado to Nabong, goes over to Salva. Belencion mula sa kanan, dadalhin sa ibabaw. Nasundutan ni Baguio. De La Cruz locates Baguio, and that's a touchdown sa Alaska.
Something that the Aces needed very badly. Baguio playing a little tighter defense on Belencion. Good swipe from behind and then the getaway.
Salvador looking for Mercado. JV trying to keep in front of him. Mercado with that space. Big pick from Nabong. Nabong with the rebound. Put back, wala. Nabong had a hand on it at mapupunta sa Alaska ang bola.
We have RJ Azul coming in for Eddie Laure, whom Luigi tried to use, hoping to get some offensive firepower. 2 attempts at the shot. So going smaller into Coach Luigi, but those 3 guys, all of them can score from the outside. You're talking about Azul, Casio, and Cyrus Baguio.
Sonny Thos pounding it inside, fading away. Nabong with a rebound.
You have to give credit to Salvador's defense against Sonny Thos. He's not giving an inch, lalo na pag pinopostehan siya. No? Talagang holding his ground and just making Sonny take a harder shot.
Salva off the turnaround. No, Casio with a rebound. And he pushes it hard para sa Alaska. Stop and pop. 16-footer. JP delivers.
Great sign of a good point guard. Drafted #1 overall 2 years ago. This is his 3rd year. #2 si Paul Lee, right?
Mercado gets it to Nabong. He's got 5.7 rebounds so far. Salvador ang aatake dito kay Thos. 5 to shoot. Mercado for 3. In and out.
Medyo malakas lang talaga ang pulso ni Sol Mercado. He had a wide open 3-point shot. Something shot that he usually makes.
Baguio, step back jumper. No good. Nice tap by Salvador. Ang problema, naubusan siya ni Espacio. 3-man substitution para sa GlobalPort na Horda, Romeo, and Meg in. As we take a look at our Ulalam Tropa of the Day, may bagong pakain po ang Ulalam para sa PBA Tropa Fans of the Day. Bagong Ulalam Tropa Pack. Busol na busol bang anim, 49 pesos lang. Available in sisig na stick, bistik na wala stick, at giniling mo baby flavors. Masarap, malaman, convenient. Ulalam Tropa Pack. Bilang basta ulam, Ulalam.
Inatake ka agad ni JB Casio ang depensa dito ni Romeo. Then the reach-in foul there, I think it was on Sol Mercado, no? So 4 straight points for JB Casio, possible 5. Like the way the coaching staff of GlobalPort is substituting here. They're keeping fresh players there so that they can really be, tight with their defense. Eric Mek has also come in for Kelly Nabo.
Be a liver lover with Liberate Silimarin Capsule. It's liver lover, boy. Lanang 6 na minuto natitira sa ating ikatlong yugto. Romeo tatanggap ng bola. JV gustong asawahin itong si Terence. Espinas chased him off the line. Now Horda looking to take advantage. Napalakas lang yung layup. Baguio puts his head down. And now gets it to Azul. Sonny off the secondary. Throws it down. May kasama pang foul.
That's a big run being put up by the Aces. They're making stops on one end and then really pushing up the ball to get the easier shots, the higher percentage shots.
This now is a 9-0 run. Pwede pandagdagan ni Sonny Thos. Hindi nga lang makuha yung bonus, but Alaska is now within 3 points. Mercado looking to settle down the Batang Pier. The Horda and Menk will offer the picks as we take a look at our Tanduay Rum 5 on the floor, celebrating rum excellence since 1854.
We have R.R. Garcia coming in for Sol Mercado. Substitution with only 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
Garcia, nanakaw sana papunta kay Hayes. Inbound ulit mula dyan sa baseline. Gotta come up with something more creative. Hayes kicks it over. Menk's gotta go. Dinalik pa sana kay Hayes. Nanakaw na ng Alaska ang bola. So patuloy yung pananalasa ng mga Alas. Baguio against all 5 of the Batang Pier. Gets it to Thos and he drops home the 2 points.
That's what you say in basketball. It's a game of momentum. And once that momentum swung to Alaska, there was no stopping them, they have really chopped down that big 12-point lead to only 1 right now, and their defense is unforgiving at this stage.
Just moments ago, it was 48-36. Ngayon, baba na nga sa isang abante ng Batang Pier. Eric Meng puts it up, and then may kasama ring foul.
Shades of yesteryear here, but like I said, you've seen Eric play, and he's a tough player. He's too proud just to go out without really helping his team.
Meng turning garbage into gold there. Nahuli yung tira ni Hayes, nasalulan ni Major Peñon. And he completes the 3-point play as we invite everybody to be a liver lover with Liberate Silimarin Capsule. It's liver lover, boy. 4:20 remaining in this third. GlobalPort back up by 4. Thos sa ilalim, nakalabaw, tapos drops the deuce. Big man basketball inside the big dome. Eric Meng and Sonny Thos going to work. Sa puntong ito, makibalita muna tayo kay Miss Padilla.
Hindi na ginagawang komplikado pa ni Sonny ang approach to get the last 2 wins. Defend and stay aggressive on offense. Yan ang sabi niya. Aminado siya sa inconsistency ng team, but he knows if there's anything he can control, that would be his own game. But he added that he talked to Cyrus, London, and JV, other carriers of Alaska, during the practice, just so they can fully be on the same page for the coming final week of eliminations. Balik sa inyo.
Terence Romeo though, Pushes the GlobalPort lead back up to 3. Baguio nabawi. What a shootout, Dr. J.
Kung kanina mababa ang percentage ng laro, ngayon very, very high for the last few minutes, especially on the part of Alaska. Every trip down the floor, they seem to be scoring, whether it be 2 or 3 points.
Hayes given space. Oh, he makes a pay.
Kung ako naman ng Alaska, I would give him that shot. But, you know, the guy just has confidence given to him by his team. And they go back to the bread and butter play.
Beautiful finesse move naman ngayon ang pinakita ni Sonny Thos.
He has 11 points in this quarter for a total of 17 in the ballgame.
Romeo on the move. Di maipagpag si Azul. Gets it out. Nahorda has Espinas closing out. Nahorda with a pull-up from 16.
Like you said, it's a shootout right now. The percentage is just ballooning here in the last few minutes. Both teams really showing their capability of scoring.
Casio pulls up. In and out. Meng para sa rebound. Here comes Garcia para sa Batang Pier. Down the gut of the defense. Drops it off. Nahorda squeezes one through. Ginawa lang. Pero Nahorda keeps it on that side of the floor. Romeo clobbered.
That was a hard foul there by, I think, Gabi Espinas.
Espinas did not want to give up that layup, making Romeo earn these 2 points from the line. Lalim ng tukos na gagamitin sana doon ni Terence. Siya tuloy ang nahablot. Terence Romeo now with a total of 10 points as Eman has checked back in para dito kay Thos.
Tama yung ginawa dito ni Coach Trillo dahil medyo pagod na rin si Sonny, working hard on offense and defense. 2 minutes 27 seconds to go. You're back in the ball game of the third quarter. Give Sonny the rest he needs. Sol Mercado's also come back into the ball game.
At isa pang adjustment ni Coach Luigi, Aldrich Ramos ipinalit para dito kay JV Casio.
That gives them height, you know, and there's that big mismatch. You know, Aldrich is more of an outside player than a 4 that really pulls up. But if he sees R.R. Garcia, then he'll post him up.
Ramos, turnaround jumper, bitin. He's whistled for last touch there. As Salva rejoins the 5, papalitan si Garcia. Coach Richie Tixon looking to match up.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to leave R.R. Garcia guarding Ramos the whole night or the last 2 minutes and 6 seconds of this third quarter. So he should understand that.
5-point lead para dito sa Batang Pier. 2-minute warning na third. Romeo bothered by Azul. Baguio switches out, fading away. Terence Romeo delivers the 2 points.
You know, of the rookies, there is nobody who can shoot that fadeaway shot as good as he can.
Swapping lang, ano, no?
He really has power in his legs and taking and making those kind of shots.
And Coach Luigi will burn a full timeout. 61-54 is the score. Terence Romeo coming to life here in the third quarter. Dito with less than 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 3.
Well, we call this more or less a knockout game for these two teams now because if not, the pressure of having to win your next game to stay alive, your next and last game, if you do not win it, is really big. So you can see the effort being displayed by both of the teams. And Coach Trillo had to call a timeout because he saw the team come back to within 1. Now he brings back Sanitos to the ball game very quickly.
Espinas with the leather, gets it over to Azul. RJ asking for the pick from Espinas. 7 to work with para sa Alaska. Ramos steps out beyond, gets it to Baguio. 2 to shoot. Cyrus could bail him out. Rebound Salva.
That's good defense all the way by the GlobalPort Batang Pier team.
Romeo asking for the clear out but swings it over the other way papunta kay Meralco. Now he gets the back pass. Romeo with a pull-up from 19. Terence Romeo drills it through.
All he needs is a little space. Good pick set by Leo Nahorda for him. And he was up in the air. You let him dribble to the left. All he needs is one dribble. He's going up in the air.
Less than a minute now remaining in the third. Alaska's down by 9. Ramos looking to attack Salva. He spins to the baseline. Up, under. lost his pivot there. Ito na ang Batang Pier. Mercado, no looks ito na Horda. Pinit all the way. And Coach Luigi could not believe it. He is forced to burn yet another timeout here, Doc. 2 full timeouts and a 30 being utilized by Alaska, trying to stop the bleeding.
Well, I think more or less what he wanted to remind his players was, let's play within ourselves. But our transition defense was not good in that last play. And you don't like to see that. We come close and then we give it all back very quickly. So that's not going to make any coach happy.
Ang mananalo nga po sa larong ito will have at least, before we do the math, at least a playoff para sa quarter-final berth. Ang matatalo po mapepuwersa na manalo sa huling game para sila pa yung makapuwersa ng huling quarter-final berth.
Kaya talagang mabigat ang pressure. Pero maganda yung pressure because at the same time, maganda ang what we call this motivation mo na to give it all. No? Only 41.5 seconds left in the third quarter.
Both teams coming into today at 4 wins and 8 losses. Etong GlobalPort trying to snap a 5-game skid. Once upon a time being in 4th place. Espinas goes up without the leather. Merong foul sa isa sa mga nakaitim.
Coach Ronnie Magsano earlier mentioned that for Alaska, knowing their team, it's a matter of execution. And I think that's why that timeout was called. For Coach Trillo to remind his players, if you have a fast break, we have a fast break. If not, let's execute. May advantage tayo because you guys have played that triangle and that half-court game for a long time. You know, use it properly.
Actually, before this game, Alaska is the worst team in the association in terms of fast break points per contest. So alam mo, hindi talaga nila
that's not their game. Of course, if you set Baguio running, you know, he can finish. No? But there are not too many people running with him and JB Casio. That's the problem.
Mercado can push their lead back up to 12, the largest it has been, maybe even 13 on this very next sequence. Mercado looking to break down Casio. Foul given up by JV. The last foul to give ng Alaska.
Foul again. Use it properly. Can't take it home anyway and use it in the 4th quarter, so might as well use it now.
Romeo trying to break free of Eximiniano. The rookie sticking close to him. Mercado to Salvador. Here's Salva for 3. Punches it through! 3-point shot natin sa atin ng PLDT on DSL, the #1 home broadband. JV babawi. The long one doesn't work, and GlobalPort will be taking the largest lead of the contest into the final frame. 68-55 ang nasa ating talan. Terence Romeo definitely has come to life here in the third. 15 puntos na ang kanyang total on 60% shooting from the field. Kaya nakatulong siya maging 13 ang abante ng Batang Pier kontra Alaska.